People that knew Cheryl, so I thank you for coming. We all know that Cheryl was a special person, and she affected us in a way, each of us. And so, second thing, I promise I'll do it all in English. So I won't speak. I'll behave myself a little bit. What we're doing now is just a gathering, friends, family, because when Cheryl passed out September 19th, I did it in Canada. That was the official one. It was at a funeral. There wasn't a priest, but there was a church representative that came in, and he's the one who blessed the ash and brought her to heaven. You know, said you can go to heaven. So I'm not doing that. The only reason I did it is I thought it would be wrong that we stick it that way. It wasn't fair for a friend. She was American in the state, that they would not have a chance to gather together. It's also a time for peace and quiet. You know, like we just gather. There's food at the end. I want people to have a good time. That's what it was. So the agenda, what I'm going to do is straightforward. I'm going to welcome everybody, which I did. I'm going to introduce everybody because everybody don't know each other. So what I'll do is, some I know, some I just met. So like Sherry, your family, when it's their time, I'm going to ask you to, you know, say, this is my dad, this is my mom. Because I said, well, that's Sherry dad, that's Sherry mom, but I can't remember the name. I can't remember my own name. So, and after that, what I'll do is I'll do a prayer. It's the same prayer that was said in Canada. And when I talked to the guy, I told that Cheryl has Indian ancestor. She was part Indian, Cheryl. So there's an Indian prayer. So there's going to be a regular speak. Then after that, I will say the full history, because those who know us a lot know bits and pieces of me and Cheryl's story. I think it's pretty fun for me. So I will start from the beginning, and I'll say all the way, not bits and pieces, but when we met and how we met and all those things, till you know, once it happened. So after that, I'll do the Indian prayer. Then after that, I'll do my love letter to her that I did in Canada. I couldn't say it. I'll do it this time, but I couldn't say it. I was like, no. So, and after that, I'm asking whoever wants to talk. I'm open. Okay, says some good friend wants, I want to say something, you say something. And after that, when it's all done, everybody, we go in the back. There's food, good food too. Make sure I pick some good stuff. And we just gather, and that would be it, okay? So, to start introducing people, I'll start with Cheryl's family. I think it's her right that her family's been introduced first. So first I will introduce Cheryl's mom, Barbara. She's my mother-in-law. Leslie, that's Cheryl's sister. My brother-in-law, her husband, Alan.
Hi, Alan.
Sarah, that's Cheryl's sister.
Hi, Carol.
Dale is Cheryl's brother. And Sherry is his wife. Now I had the his and her mixed up. Okay? She's my sister-in-law. Then I'll start with my family. They came. You don't come often, but they did. I'll start from left and right. This is my baby sister, Manon. This is my sister, Maryse. This is my nephew, Alex. This is my uncle, Mike. If you can see me and Mike, we're 2 years apart. So you can ask my grandma what happened. They have 2 kids, by the way. They're 17 years apart. Okay. I got my brother-in-law, Michelle. I got my niece, Taz. My aunt, Linda. Did I miss one in my family? I don't think so. I think I got. And I got Enzo, little guy. He's 7 months. That's the next generation. And, I'm going to tell you a good thing about him. Cheryl was starting to learn some French. When Enzo was born 7 months ago, she told me, I'm going to speak French before that little guy. So she took some crash course, French crash course, every week. She was learning, and she said, when it happened, she was first grade French. And she said, he's not going to beat me. So that's why she was pushing. I think now I'm going to start. I'm going to just go like in line and come back. Wanda, she was our neighbor when we were in Upper Marlboro. She's a very good friend. We know her since '99. Samuel, a friend. Now, Sherry, you're going to have to ask me, that's your father.
Yes. His name?
What's his name?
Charles.
Charles.
I'm Sherry's mom.
Sherry's mom. This is Sarah. She used to be a neighbor. Katie. I used to say Cathy. This is my name. Cathy is Katie. So I practiced. Stuart. That was my neighbor. He used to live across here. Barbara. She's our other neighbor. She's the one who. It's a family estate around here. She's the top one. Cindy's our neighbor. Arnie. That's my good buddy Arnie.
Lumberjack.
That's right. Then I got Gail, the co-worker. And when I said I'm going to behave myself, those two guys, Kim, Gail, and Rob, they know exactly what I'm talking about. Because when I used to work for DC Water. That was the joke of the time. They were like, oh my God. Not him talking again. But we had a good laugh. Jillian, good friend of ours. Doug, a good friend of ours too. He's the one when we leave, because we live in Canada too. When we leave, they're the one who take care of the house and the yard, everything. Olivia, she was a close, good friend of Cheryl. They used to work together. So, Will, I used to say Phil. So now it's Will. Her husband. Calvin, my neighbor across the street. Norma, my neighbor. We knew each other about 4 years. Had a good time. Great people. Sherry, you're going to have to tell me.
Okay, that's my Aunt Julie, and she's the one that got me and Dale together.
Woohoo! You're the one.
And that's our Uncle Bob, her husband.
Harassment.
And that's Aunt
She was my
Emily.
manager.
She's our Aunt Emily.
She's great.
Okay.
She's the youngest sister in my
Okay.
head.
Well, I'm glad we all come here. I want to make sure I didn't miss nobody, huh? Yeah, keep on you together. Okay. Okay, so that's the welcome. Now what I'm going to say quickly, I'm going to say one of the, like a little poem that the person in Canada say. I think it's beautiful. And it's called Oh Beautiful Land. It says, peace in my heart. Can we bring down the volume? The Kung Fu fighting stuff. Thanks, Calvin. Appreciate it. Thanks, man. He's my man, that guy. Okay. Peace, my heart. Let the time for the parting be sweet. Let it not be a death, but completeness. Let love melt into memory and pain into songs. Let the flight through the sky and in the folding of the wings over the nest. Let the last touch of your hands be gentle. Like the flower of the night, stand still, O beautiful land, for a moment and say your last words in silence. I bow to you and hold up my lamp to light you on your way. So, we're there. Now I'm going to talk to you about my third point, which was when I met Cheryl. So the way I met Cheryl, I used to live in Alaska. And we were corresponding together. And what happened is my company they were trying to get a contract with the World Bank for Mongolia. And they had to go send somebody to meet at the World Bank Center to drop some stuff. And they say, well, then you're single, this is, can you go? We can't go. So I was planning to go, to bring package and all that. And they purchased everything. Suddenly it fall apart. It never happened because he folded the company. But I still have my ticket. And I said to Cheryl, I said, well, I'm going to go to Washington anyway. So, you know, would be nice if I meet you, stuff like that, and face to face. And that's what happened. So we met, and when I met her, that's it. That's how it started. Wait a minute, something is wrong, something's feeling funny. So we decided to, we were saying, oh, you know, I'm over there, she's over here. And I'm like, and for some reason, the company folded in Alaska. They say to me, they said, Dan, sorry, you're out of a job. So, oh, okay. So I said, what am I going to do next? Well, I said, let me check in Washington. And I applied for 2 jobs, and we did it on the phone. I called the guy, you're hired. Okay, there you go. So I flew. Then I started living with Cheryl. And we were living in the basement of a house for 2 months. And suddenly I was sitting there, and Cheryl was saying, oh, that landlord, my God, he's a pain. She loves steak. Those who know her know she loves steak. She would cook steak, and he was whining. Well, I can't smell steak. Well, close, seal your thing, man. I mean, we have to eat. So 2 months after, we said, we have to get out of here. Let's find. So we started searching, and we found that little display was a cottage house in Upper Marlboro. And suddenly we were like, okay, well, let's try to... It was an open house. It was like 7 couple would go there. And suddenly, I'm waiting for Cheryl. Cheryl said, well, I have to go to D.C. I'll be back, and we'll go. So, okay. So I'm like, okay. At 1 o'clock, it's 1 o'clock, I can't hear. And that was 99, guys, so nobody had phone. Right. So I'm like, where the hell is she? Suddenly she walked, her car broke down. No. And she walked, I don't know how far, to a payphone. So I pick up my truck, go pick her up, running, it's like 4 o'clock. And suddenly I'm like, okay, well, let's go see the place anyway. There's nobody, everybody's gone. And suddenly I see a dude coming out. It was a big manor house on like, I don't know how many acres, it's lots of acre. And there was those 2 little cottage houses, which used a gardener house and a cook house or something like that. So suddenly the guy show up, we start talking. He said, yeah, we already did the display, but I'll show it to you anyway, so show up. So go Cheryl, I said, I don't know if we'll get it or whatever, let's try. So a couple of days later, I called the guy and he said, well, I didn't make up my mind yet. Well, I said, I want to tell you, if you make your mind now, will you tell? I'm gonna buy a house from you. So okay, thank you. Hang up. About a minute later, call me back. Said, you got a house. Said, oh shit. You know, we were happy, so we go there. And we lived there for 4 years. And 6 months after, I said, at least Sunday, the landlord said, oh, I just sold my house. I said, sold your house? He said, yeah. I said, oh my God. I don't know that person. I hope he's okay. It was Wanda. She bought the house. And we stayed very good friends. She was sweet. We clicked right away. So after that, in 2002, that's when they start developing around in PG. It was all corn and all that. Now there was building everywhere. So Cheryl, it's time to go. So one time we went to see Barbara and Clayton, her folks in Virginia, and come back. Cheryl said, you know that house over there? Can we see that? Sure, let's have a drive. And we came here the first time, and we met Barbara's husband, Don. He would cross the field, start talking to us, and he said, yeah, I don't know, the house is there, it's family, but it's open. So we put a bid on it, and the next morning they called us, said, you got the house. I'm like, oh, sure. I wasn't ready for that. I was like, whoa, that's my first house. I'm like, how the hell? So we got the house, and for those who remember, that house didn't look like that. It wasn't much of a house. So I remember when we came with the real estate agent, the lady said, don't buy that then. She said, look at that thing. I said, no, I have, as long as the structure is good, there's land, it's okay. And all that time, Cheryl never said a word. We lived 6 months, and you remember what? 6 months in the basement in the bed. There was a mattress, a little TV because I had to watch my hockey. I had to make sure I sat like this, a little TV, and we cook on a 2-burner, little electric burner for 6. She never said a word. She never. Not to you. Yeah, probably. So we went through. In 2006, I said, well, enough of that boyfriend, girlfriend stuff. Let's get married. And we did. We got married. And it was most beautiful day of my life. And I was happy, and we were here. And, you know, we keep going, we keep going. Now, I have to remember what the hell I'm saying. I don't want to miss the important stuff. Okay, so basically, time go by, we're happy. She's working. In 2013, Cheryl said, I'm done working. Yeah, that's it, I have enough. It's okay, honey. I said, I can work, man, I'm good. So a year and a half later, she told me, she grabbed me. I always remember that day. I said, you know what? I retired, but I don't want to be retired long. You don't have to retire too. I'm sick and tired to stay here while you. I said, okay, honey. So in 2015, I decided, I said, well, we're okay. We'll stop. And out of nowhere, we were trying to buy a little house, you know, a little second house thing with a little lake, West Virginia, whatever. And she told me, she said, what about Canada? I'm like, what? She said, yeah, Quebec. Quebec? I said, I'll never go back there. And my family can testify. I said, I will never go back. No, you should be close to your family. She said, it's 15 years because you came for me. That's time for you. I didn't know what to say. I was like, okay. So suddenly we said, what? We bought a little place up there. And we went through. And after that, we were happy. And then we bought that big toy up there. And that's when we were starting to travel. And we were going. And unfortunately, the thing happened. Sad news, September 19th. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the good thing about it is she had time to cherish for retirement. And I did. And we had time to do things together. Yeah. So it wasn't like work, and tomorrow they're gone. So she cherished a lot. So when that thing happened, then we're all here now. So that's the story of our life. It's pretty interesting, I think, for me at least. I love when I think about it. I think it's always
good memory.
beautiful.
Good memory.
Yeah, it's good memory. Okay, now I will do the third thing I promise. The Indian prayer. Okay. Okay. To the ones I love and those who love me. Now that I am gone, set me free. Let me go. I have so many things to do and see. Do not cry when you think of me. Be grateful for the beautiful years I give you my friendship. You can only guess the happiness you brought me. I thank you for the love each and every one of you gave me. Now time has come to travel alone. For a short time you may grieve over me. Love will bring you comfort and consolation. We will be separate for a while. Let the memory shoot. I think it's suits. S-O-T-H. Suit?
Soothe.
Suit. I don't know what the hell it means. I never saw that. Suit your distress.
Makes you feel better.
Yeah.
There you go.
I am not far. Life goes on. If you are in need, call me and I will come. Even thought you cannot see or touch me, I will be there. If you listen to your heart, you will feel the sweetness of the love that I will bring you. And when it will be time for you to leave this world, I will be there to welcome you. Do not go on my grave to cry. I am not there. I am not sleeping. I am the thousand winds that blow. I am the twinkling of the snowflakes. I am the light that goes through the wheat field. I am the gentle autumn rain. I am the bird awakening in a peaceful morning. I am the star that shines in the night. Indian prayer. So,
Could you read that in French?
oh, I can if you want.
I would like to hear it in French.
Are you serious?
Sure.
Okay. Well, give me 2 seconds. Where's my paper in the back there, I think?
You going to translate yourself?
Nah, might be right. If you guys don't mind, I'll do it in French too. It's somewhere here. 2 seconds. You want to listen to my beautiful French voice?
Yes,
Absolutely.
never heard it.
Okay. Okay.
See if you know it right.
À ceux que j'aime et ceux qui m'aiment, quand je ne serai plus là, relâchez-moi. Laissez-moi partir. J'ai tellement de choses à faire et à voir. Ne pleurez pas en pensant à moi. Soyez reconnaissants pour les belles années je vous ai donné mon amour et mon amitié. Vous pouvez seulement deviner tout le bonheur que vous m'avez apporté. Je vous remercie de l'amour que chacun m'avait démontré. Maintenant, il est temps de voyager seul. Pour un court moment, vous pouvez avoir de la peine. L'espérance vous apportera réconfort et consolidation. Nous serons séparés pour quelque temps. Laissez les souvenirs apaiser votre douleur. Je ne suis pas loin et la vie continue. Si vous avez besoin, appelez-moi et je reviendrai. Même si vous ne pouvez me voir ou me toucher, je serai là. Et si vous écoutez votre cœur, vous éprouverez clairement la douceur de l'amour que j'apporterai. N'allez pas sur ma tombe ou sur mes cendres pour pleurer. Je ne suis pas là, je ne dors pas. Je suis des 1000 vents qui souffrent. Je suis le scintillement des cristaux de neige. Je suis la lumière qui traverse les champs de blé. Je suis la douce pluie d'automne. Je suis l'éveil des oiseaux dans le calme du matin. Je suis l'étoile qui brille dans la nuit. Réflexion, Étienne.
Okay. So those never heard me speak in French. You know, it's my mother tongue. So,
Okay. Now the last one, and after that, that one I'll just do it in English. It's better. Yeah. That's my buddies. Yeah, I want to. Okay. So I call it to my sweetheart. Where to start? There are so many things, good things to say, that I will start from the beginning. I will always cherish the first time that I met you. When I saw your eyes and your pretty smile, I knew then that you would be the love of my life. Even if we were mature in age, we felt that we were a young teenager couple in love. We had a few things, and we were very happy like that. We knew that as long as we had each other, we would do just fine. I just need a tissue or something.
En avant de toi,
Oh, okay, I can't see that. Sorry about that. Okay.
Don't shake hands.
Even, that's my sister.
take care of him.
Even if actually my heart is broken, I will always smile thinking about you and the good memories we had. I will always remember the time you first called me Bébé Professe. Okay? That's a French name. Okay, it's a French phrase. It always makes me laugh when the people around us were asking me why you would call me like that and not with words such as honey and sweetheart. I would tell them that you thought I was as soft as baby butt-skin. That you were curious to know how to say it in French. From then, you decide to call me that way. It got so popular that even my mother would call me that way. So my mom would say, "Hey, baby, professor." Cheryl is okay, not too hard. Some of the quality that made me attract to you were your honesty and fidelity. You would give the best of you to help others, even people that you didn't know. You were direct in your thought and by expressing how you feel, and you would expect the same in return. You always told me that I was the only love in your life, and I believe it every day. You were loved by so many people, and I was extremely proud to have you by my side. From time to time, we would talk about what, now it's going to be a bit emotional. From time to time, we would talk about what should we do if one of us would leave this world. You asked me to promise you two things. The first was no problem, as I will continue to live my life happy and surrounded by family and great people. The second one was the one that I could not agree to, as it will be almost impossible for me to fall in love again. All my life, I had only one true love, and it is you. Sometimes I ask God why He took you from me so early in our life. I miss you so much, but with regret, I accept His judgment. And with your guidance, I promise that I will continue to be a good man in this world. Please believe me when I say that these last 20 days that I live at your side were the best years of my life. I love you so much, and always will. Your husband, Daniel.
Sorry about that.
I'm not
Very
gonna
hard.
shake hands.
A bit hard. Even the guy who said he was right. So when they were in Canada, he's the one who said, and I have to stop now. Okay, now that we're done with that, now we'll ask whoever wants to talk, you're free to talk. And if nobody, well, then we'll go. But I think some people will, so you can talk. And there's no preference, it could be anybody. Okay?
Well, I'll take a turn. I'm not a public speaker. So I met Cheryl and Daniel 21 years ago at that house where they had the cottage. I'm walking on the backyard, now came Cheryl and loved her instantly. How do you not love Cheryl instantly with the dimples and that sweet smile? And she's genuinely sweet every moment of her life. And that started something that was her and her box wine and me and my bottle wine every Saturday night for about 6 years. And we've been through trials and tribulations. You know, my grandmother once told me, grief is love with nowhere place to go. So, my dear Cheryl, I certainly love you, and I wish I could put my arms around you, but I do want to tell you, and Daniel, you were a gift. Cheryl was one of my 3 best friends in this world, and she will always be. And a couple of fun stories. They don't have children, but they do. Because my 3 kids invaded their life literally regularly. If they went around, I would go over. My boys be watching one of your crazy shows, like Bart Simpson, right? Or my middle son, who's a chef, cooking with Cheryl. So one day, Cheryl and I are having wine, and my chef son comes to me and goes, I think you need to take cooking lessons from Cheryl. You remember Cheryl's like, she's like, dimples? And I said, why is that? She goes, she cooks a lot better than you, Mom.
That's a great cook.
And I was her official corrupter. So those of you know Cheryl, she was a pretty straight up sweet gal. I'm the one that got her drunk on the beach in Mexico. I'm the one that talked her into putting like these like crazy hair things in so she looked like a 1960s chick and walk around with it. I'm the one that talked her into doing salsa lessons with 4 feet men. And thus became the Fab Four, the 4 of us that went to Mexico twice together. And just were girls having fun. So all I want to say is she was a gift in my life, and I think probably for everyone in here, and I will miss her forever.
Thank you. You want to say something? Norma?
We live across the way, my husband and I and our family. I'd just like to say in the time that we got to know Dan and Cheryl, they've been absolutely great. Cheryl and I became dear friends. Just the news of when you find out someone's gone, I think you really didn't realize, like, oh my gosh, like how much of a love you have for someone. And I was really just looking forward to them getting back, and I wanted to celebrate her birthday with her and the anniversary. But I will say, just I'm thankful for the time I had with her and getting to know her. And she cared so much for my family. She made us her priority. And I feel like she was like our guardian angel. When we moved back here, we knew nothing about, you know, country living. And between them and our other neighbors, they've just been awesome. And I really, it was important for me, for her to know how much I adored her. And I hope she knew that, you know, because I think she was just a beautiful spirit. I've never met someone so kind and just so genuine. And her laugh and her smile. And I can just feel like the last time I saw her, we just like had a little girl chat and high-fived across my counter. And she was just always I feel like what you see is what you get from her. And you loved it though. You know, you loved every part of her. So she will definitely be missed by myself and my family. And I'm glad to meet everyone and glad to be here with you guys.
How you doing? I'm Doug, and me and Dan pretty much built this place. And I thought it was funny to mention when we met Dan and Cheryl, she was such a sweet and generous person, and we watched their animals together. And then I know that when I told Dan, I said I'm an electrician by trade. I'm also a handyman, so they gained a trust and relationship with us. That Dan said, "Hey, do you want to help me rebuild my garage?" And I said, "Sure." And I thought it was funny to say this to everyone because she always came down and gave Dan a hard time. Like, Dan, why are you doing it like that? That's not the way Doug would have done it. Or Doug's doing it this way. Or this way. And poor Dan had to take it all of that. And I thought it was really funny because she's just like, Doug, you do it whatever way you want to do it. And I was like, but it's going to be y'all's place. So that's just the way she was. And then there was the time where basically Dan had said, Doug, it's time to eat. And I said, it's time to eat. Where are we going? And then he said, we're going to go up. Cheryl cook something to eat. And she had a spread, just like you were saying. She had everything laid out. And I said, sure, I'm not going to be able to work after eating all this. So she was a really good person, and she will be missed. So, thank you.
Thanks, Doug.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a speaker though.
It's okay. Just say how you feel.
She's really good to me. I don't know how to say this, but when I was out of work, she was always there for me. Always made sure I had grocery money. I came over many times for dinner. And when they were fixing their house up, and Dan made sure I earned my dinner. Right, Dan? But she always made a spread, even when the house was nothing. And she said to me one day, says, you don't learn how to use the computer. I said, why is that? Because you're not going to get a good job. And so she started teaching stuff how to fix things. And one day she asked me, you don't call me anymore or fix things. I finally figured it out. And I think she called me once or twice for my advice how to fix things. So she was a good teacher. She was good with the software and stuff. And he was good with all the hardware stuff. So to this day, you know, it's like she was always there. She had her personal struggles, but she kept to herself. And she didn't want to be anybody to worry about her. And maybe she knew things that she didn't want other people to know about. She didn't want to keep private. And I think we all do that sometimes, but she was always there. And remember you. I think that little house I had was probably smaller than this. I came up there a few times, and she was like, you're darn nice as landlord ever met. Can I live here too? But, you know, she was always nice to people. And they were going up to Canada so much that, back and forth so much, we had to write down a schedule when they were going to be back so we could, so they could fit us in. And they did the last time we saw her a few days before her birthday.
We saw her over her birthday.
And her birthday was bad for her because one of her puppy dogs passed away. And, you know, she loved that damn dog. They would always make a mess, but they loved them. But, you know, she even loved her darn dogs a lot, you know. Even though they're like kids to her. That was her kids.